Hello, good morning, and welcome back or welcome to Morning Ray. I'm your host, Lan or Allana, and I have to say, I think my seasonal reset episode, specifically my summer reset episode, did I say video? my my reset episodes are definitely my favorite episodes to record for you guys, and it seems like one of your favorite to listen to because they're usually my most downloaded and most listened to episodes. But this is, I think I'm going to do a multiple part series like I did for spring, but this is part one of our Hot Girl Summer Reset episode. I'm so excited to get into it. We're going to talk about mindsets, we're going to talk about routines, we're going to talk about beauty, fashion, essentials for the summertime, all the different things, energy, environment resets, all the things you guys love about it. We're even going to get into our Hot Girl Summer toolkit, if you will. So, super, super excited about this episode. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've been working on getting the audio a little bit better for you guys. I know my friend Catherine, hey Catherine, if you're listening to this, said she noticed a difference in my audio. So I'd love to know if you guys can notice a difference. I've been editing in Adobe Premiere Pro, and using a few other different tools to amplify and kind of make my sound a bit better. But let me know if you guys have noticed a difference and if what I'm doing is actually doing anything at all. But I think there are a lot of pressures when it comes to summertime, especially for women. I think there's this pressure to look a certain way and dress a certain way, and a lot more skin is on show. And so, a lot of insecurities surrounding body image and how we look and feel in our cleans, in our, oh my God, in our clothes and our skin. It's definitely something that comes front of mind. And there can also be just like a lot of pressure with this whole ideology around hot girl summer and this need to live this super large, lavish, extravagant, indulgent summer. And it's not always about that. So I want to offer you a fresh new narrative, a new take, if you will. This episode is all about resetting, not reinventing. We're tuning in, we're recharging. These are the things you can do, can, not have to do. These are things you can do this summer that will maybe make you feel a little bit better, maybe give you a new perspective, a new outlook on yourself in the summertime and what you want to get out of it. Because for me, I love summer. Summer is so energizing, invigorating for me. It's also my birth season. I'm born in August. I'm a Leo, if you couldn't tell already. But we'll get into the nitty gritty. And until then, let's just do a little life update for you guys. I am teaching nonstop all the time. I'm teaching Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and honestly, I'm loving it. I have two Hot Girl Sweat events in the works for end of July, end of August that I'm really excited about. One is at a new studio, and hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. If you know what other studio I work at, it might have something to do with that. So just really excited for that, excited for my birthday, excited for all the concerts going on. But that's kind of my life right now. I've been chilling out with the going out all the time, although I have been still been going for drinks and whatnot, but not like hardcore going out, staying out super late anymore. Definitely a more chill vibes. I'm currently in the phase of all my dating apps have been deleted, and that is all you're going to get to know. That's all that there is to know. So they've all been deleted, and not really trying to pursue anything new over here. Anyways, dating apps are gone and I feel so free. I swear to God, the men have been so wild, you guys. The reason why, not to dampen the mood a bit, but the reason why I didn't upload last week is because last Friday when I was walking home from work, it's like a 45-minute walk. I do it almost all the time, and I got assaulted by two men. One chased me down the street, was up in my space, was trying to say something to me. I had headphones in. I told him to kindly fuck off and back the fuck away. And it was super uncomfortable. He clearly was under the influence of something. And then within another 10 minutes, I'm waiting to cross a light, and this guy keeps kind of going in my way as I start crossing. And he comes in my face, hands raised in his face, and tells me, "Bitch, go die." Not a nice feeling. I literally jumped to the right, booked it down the street, and I normally feel really safe in Toronto, and I definitely was a bit shaken, taken aback by that, feeling a little bit triggered, feeling icky, if you will, as if this was somehow my fault, my doing for maybe what I was wearing or, just existing. But this is a reminder to you to be very aware of your surroundings. I always am. My headphones are on transparency mode, but I couldn't hear what the one guy was saying really. Clearly, I heard what the other guy was saying. I wish I didn't hear that. That did not feel really nice at all, or him being in my personal space when he yelled that to me. But we'll lighten the mood a bit, but that's kind of why there wasn't an episode last week. Transparently, I just didn't have the mental capacity to give you what I wanted to give you. And I always want to be in a good headspace when giving you guys information, when I'm talking with you guys, when we're chatting here on Morning Ray. So that's kind of why there wasn't an episode last week, if you were wondering why. But, anyways, let's get into my current faves. Then we'll get into our Hot Girl Summer Reset. My current faves, I finally, and I think I spoke about this in the last episode, but I finally got the Hourglass Skin Tint and I am so obsessed with it. It is perfect. I mix it with my Road Glazing Milk and my Stay Glowy Super Gel, and it's truly perfect. Just grabbing in here, I've been back in my rom-com reading era on my Kindle. I had been out of it for a little bit, but I saw a few girlfriends reading One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune, and I loved all of her other books. They are based in Toronto. They're based in Muskoka. This one is based in something Bay. What is it? Barry's Bay. But Toronto, literal like male main character. Is it the protagonist? The main male protagonist is literally my type to a T. His name is Charlie. He lives in Yorkville. He's a banker. He drives a Porsche 911. He's tall, dark, and handsome, green eyes, jacked, charming, witty. That's my type. So if you want to know what Allana likes in men, read this book, I guess. But been obsessed with this book. How far am I? I think I'm like 70% in, 75% in. I have an hour and 15 left. Love my Kindle. I guess that's a current fave. I have the Paperwhite 7-inch, the new model. Really, really nice. Love her. And I watched the docu series Call Her Alex on Disney/Hulu, and that was really good. So I highly recommend that you watch that. I'm rewatching right now if you care. Well, I watched Sirens. That was really good. I think I spoke about that on a previous ep. And then I've been rewatching Tell Me Lies, which is just so good. Oh, and I think I finished it. Ginny in Georgia, the third season. That's also filmed in Toronto. So that's kind of where I'm at. But let's get into it. Let's get into the bulk of this episode. Let's get into our mindset. I want you to ask yourself this question: what's draining your energy lately? Open up your journal, grab your pen and paper. Probably should have told you this before, so take a moment, pause the episode, go grab your journal or open up your notes app. Hopefully, if you're not driving, do so safely. But grab your journal and I want you to reflect or maybe just make a mental note, but I always love to put pen to paper. What's draining your energy lately? I'm sure there's something. I feel like coming out of like the winter season where it's very much grind, hustle mode, going into summer, there's definitely something that might be draining your energy lately. Maybe it's your manager at work. Maybe it's a professor. Maybe it's your mom. Maybe it's your sibling. Maybe it's your partner. Maybe it's friends that aren't really serving you anymore. And that's an episode and a topic for another day. And I know that was requested in our little Hot Girl Hangout broadcast channel on my socials. But think about what has been draining your energy lately. Maybe it's a habit you picked up or have always had and it's no longer serving you. Maybe you're not getting enough sleep. Maybe you're doing workouts that you're dreading and are no longer energizing you or something that you look forward to. Think about that. And I want you to reflect and think about how can we change that? How can we use the next few months to kind of reset our vibe, our energy, our intentions, how we want to spend our time, who we want to spend our time with, what we want to get out of the next several months that we have here in this summertime season. I personally really love, especially in the summer, is being spontaneous. And I say this all the time. It's always my goal to be more spontaneous, but it really is because I feel like growing up, I was super anxious and loved to just control everything, and everything had to happen as a plan. I had to know everything that was happening before it was happening, how we were getting there, who was going to be there, what we were going to be doing, how it was going to look, what I was going to eat, all these different things. And I have learned to let that go, and it's been so freeing, and it frees up so much mental space. And I encourage you to try it out. Just let go of the reins, put on your type B thinking hat. I've become the most type B, type A person, if that even makes sense, if that's even a legit thing. But just like be spontaneous, be open minded to new experience. Is new things, new people. Say yes to more things that serve and align with you, and say no to the things that don't. But say yes to the things that serve and align with you, even if they intimidate you. If you have that nervous yet excited feeling, that is your cue. That is your inner knowing, your intuition telling you to lean into that, to jump in towards that. Learn and lean to be that carefree, younger version of you, to be more present, less hyper fixated on the future, to just be present and grounded in the current moment, and to stop letting that mind spiral off into the distance. What are you doing right now, right here in this moment? Who are you with? What are you feeling? Where are your feet standing? Stop letting the mind daydream all the time and start thinking about the next thing. Be more present, because life, time, it's precious. It keeps going faster and faster as you get older. So I encourage you to really take in your surroundings. Pause, take a breath, make eye contact with those you are talking to, really and capture and embody everything that you are currently experiencing and feeling. Let go of the FOMO, the hustle pressure, the I should be doing more narrative. I know it's summertime. We feel like we have to do a million and one cool, fun things. We have to go do Euro summer, go to the cottage, do a million cool things. It doesn't matter. Just say yes to the things you know energize and excite you, maybe intimidate you a little bit, and say no to the things that you know are draining you and are no longer serving you. I think this is the summer that we all become our most confident, most self sure selves. And I'm not saying about being cocky or arrogant or conceited or selfish. That is different. That is not what I'm trying to embody here. I want you to learn, and I want you to start feeling like this most confident version of you. Fake it till you make it. Act confident and no one will question you. Confidence is truly built through taking action. So walk into rooms like you belong there, not with arrogance, but with that silent confidence. You don't have to openly say anything. It's just how you hold yourself. It's how you interact with other people. Are you holding eye contact? Are your shoulders rounding down, or are they pulled back and you're standing tall? Is your chest open? Is your chin away from your chest? Are you walking into that room hunched over, looking down at your phone, twiddling your thumbs, trying to make yourself smaller? Or are you walking into that room, phone away? It's in your purse, it's in your pocket, it's not in your hands. Chest proud, shoulders down and back, head held high, making eye contact with whoever you are talking to, taking the time to introduce yourself, shaking their hand firmly or going in for that hug. You know how to read the room, trusting that instinct. When you shake that hand, it's not a dead fish. It's a firm handshake showing that you are confident, you are here, you are present. And when you are talking to them, using their name in sentences and conversation, making that person feel seen, remembering those little personal anecdotes about them. This is the summer you become your most confident self. And if you have to fake it, if you have to put on this like fake persona that you are the most confident version of you, you are the super confident person, do it. That is literally what I had to do until I slowly became that person more times than not. And there are moments where I feel intimidated walking into rooms. I feel insecure. I feel more shy. I feel more reserved. But the more I continued to show up as this more confident version of me, this more confident version I wanted to become, the sooner and the faster it eventually became second nature to me. And I realized I could just be that person because I was that person this whole time. That inner confidence, it always lied within me. I just had to figure out how to get to her. I think with it being summer, I really love to do a little digital detox or curate my feed. I love to unfollow, mute, unplug, unwind, spend more time outside, spending more time with loved ones, people who make you feel good. get off of your social media feed and tap into real life instead. And I know you're probably thinking, well, like, doesn't this benefit you, Alana? Like, you having me scroll on your social media? Like, obviously, yes. The more engagement I get, the better brand deals I can get, the more my page can grow, the more amazing individuals like you I can reach. But I would way rather our community stay nice and small and you guys all feel super good in your mental headspace and be able to go out and live your life, because I feel like we've all gotten so consumed with the online world that we forget the real world exists sometimes. So unfollow those who no longer serve with you or sit well with you. Unplug, put the phone away, and unwind. Some little journal prompts that you can do and continue here for your mindset is, what actually feels fun and aligned this summer? And what am I doing for others versus what I'm doing for me? So take a moment, pause the episode, and answer the questions. What actually feels fun and aligned this summer? You can list it all out. And then what am I doing for others versus what am I doing for me? Body reset. This is not about changing your body, trying to have a summer body, a bikini body, if you will. It's rather about reconnecting to it. Summer wellness isn't about punishment, trying to be smaller, skinnier, etc. It is about hydration, eating the food that energizes and supports an active lifestyle, movement that feels good, sweating it out in a way that's fun for you. Think about things like fun habits that you can lean into, such as morning walks or walks in general with friends, with partners, with loved ones, or maybe by yourself. I am always walking so much more in summer, clearly, based off of my beginning little story. But I use it as my mode of transportation whenever I can and if I can. And I love getting my steps in this way. I will walk home from Yorkville, even though it's literally 4 kilometers, sometimes almost 5, depending where I am. Like, I love walking. I love going on a walk. I feel mentally better. I physically feel better. And it's good, just good for you. There's a reason why they always say, like, try to get 10K steps a day. Just try to walk more instead of taking transit or getting into a car, whatever it is, walk, maybe bike, whatever it is, spend like more time outside moving. And speaking of movement, movement as play, you can do pool or beach days, Pilates, yoga. I've been really loving making little dates with my friends surrounding a workout and then getting coffee or breakfast after. Particularly on Sundays, I've been going with my friends Jordan and Paige, or just Paige, to go to a little hot Pilates class in the East End. And then we go to a cafe nearby and get coffee and breakfast after. And it's become this cute little ritual. And I love doing that. Or, like, even with my friend Sid, we'll do a reformer or Legree class and then go grab coffee and sit in the park afterwards. It's a way to do something that we're all already doing or keeping each other accountable with doing. And then we have a little catch up time afterwards. And nourishing meals you actually enjoy. I love a good barbecue with grilled meat or fish and veggies in the summer. Talk about a really good steak on the barbecue or a burger, or I'm South African, so we have boerewors a lot, which is kind of like this beef sausage. You can get it with pork too, but we do beef. Like, it's a spiral thing and then you break it up. It's so good. I actually had it this past weekend for Father's Day, but I love a good barbecue and also enjoying the soulful food in summer. I love a late night ice cream run. I love going for smoothies, acai bowls, sweet treats, making s'mores by the fire. Really just love that soulful food. So hamburgers, hot dogs, whatever it is. And sprinkle in those mindset shifts. Whenever you feel you're speaking negatively to yourself about your body, or you find yourself comparing yourself to someone you see online, or maybe another person you see outdoors, or maybe it's a friend, a sibling, whoever, or maybe your relationship with your body gets a bit negative when it comes to your workouts and you're almost punishing yourself again, I want you to think of, my body is a vessel that allows me to experience my life. If your body is healthy and strong, you will be able to do all the fun activities, the summer activities like wakeboarding or water skiing, or maybe it's running or biking or yoga, Pilates, walks, whatever it is. By eating enough and supporting your body and nourishing your body, you will be able to experience and get more out of life. And that is a beautiful thing. So, your body is a vessel that allows you, your soul, to experience life. Think about working with your body as opposed to working on it. And there's kind of going back to that trend that you've probably seen it on TikTok. It was like when I was younger, I wish I could be pretty. And then it's like pretty strong, pretty resilient, pretty smart, pretty adventurous. Think of yourself that way. There is so much more to you than how your body looks and if it fits into society's standards as what is deemed as beautiful or acceptable or healthy. There is so much more to you. Be that energizing friend. Be that caring friend. Be that friend that someone can lean on. Be that person that lights up a room when they walk into it. Be that super confident person, that person who knows who they are. There is so much more to you than your physical appearance. But I get it. I get it if you want to look a certain way. I get it not feeling comfortable in your shorts. I get it not feeling comfortable in your clothes from last summer if they don't fit, if they don't fit the way you want them to. Go buy something new. Make something new. Stop trying to fit into the clothes that no longer fit or serve you. That is okay. It's okay to feel a little uncomfortable. Just find something that can help you make you feel a little bit more confident, whether it's the way you reframe how you speak to yourself. Maybe it's counteracting that negative, that ugly thought that you said to you. Maybe it's working out that makes you feel mentally better about your body. Maybe it's buying new clothes that actually fit you, despite if the number inside of it isn't one that you like. Letting go of that negative or positive relationship with the number, the size on your clothes. Because no one knows. No one knows what size pants you're wearing, what size bathing suit, whatever it is. Wear what you feel the most comfortable and confident in. I promise you, when you buy clothes that fit you properly and suit your body type, you will feel so much more confident in your clothes, in your body, in yourself, and that will allow you to show up as that best, that highest version of you. Because think about it, when you're conscious about what you're wearing, you're feeling self-conscious about it, you're in your head. That's constantly on your mind. You can't think clearly. You can't be present. You can't show up in the way that you want to show up. Energy and environment resets. Reclaim your space, both physical and emotional. New bedding, fresh flowers weekly or bi-weekly. You guys know I am the biggest slut for buying myself flowers. I will buy myself a beautiful bouquet. So most of the time I go for something a little bit cheaper so that I can buy them more often. I treated myself to a stunning bouquet of roses, which is now sadly dying last week. But normally I get like tulips or peonies are in season, so they're super cheap. Just figure out like whatever flowers are in season. Go to a local market. If you live in the States, you have Trader Joe's. Their flowers are super affordable, but I love fresh flowers. They definitely brighten my mood and my space. And I also love having plants in my apartment. So maybe buy yourself a new plant. Having like greenery and life in your apartment, in your home, in your bedroom, and whatever it is, it can really make you that much happier. I promise. And honestly, I'm a proud plant mom. My Birds of Paradise has definitely seen better days, and I need to repot it ASAP, but it's going to be a bit of a bitch to do that. But I've been using the app Planta. This is a bit of a side tangent, but I've been using the app Planta, and it has really helped me revive, especially my Monstera. I repotted that. It's just over there in the corner, and it's grown one new leaf and it's growing another one, and it wasn't growing leaves for a really long time. So this Planta app is on to something. I did pay for the premium, and I'm not embarrassed to admit that. Maybe you buy new candles for your space. I really love the Boys Smells candles. I love Hanuki Phantom and Vanilla Era. I also love Cental 30. Is it Cental 36 by Lil Labo is really, really good. Anything like vanilla, Santal, sandalwood, tobacco, that kind of scent profile. Maybe it's a new throw pillow, a new throw blanket for your couch. Maybe you want to cleanse the space. I know some people, this can be a little controversial, but I do buy sage and I have Palo Santo, and I love to sage or smudge my apartment, especially if there's been anyone been in it that I no longer want to associate with, or I don't like their energy, or just want to cleanse the space's energy for the season. I will open up a window, I will light my sage, and I will move in a clockwise motion around my apartment. with the intention of clearing the energy and resetting my space. And then I'll sage or smudge myself by going in a clockwise motion from head to toe. But I also really love burning Palo Santo. I learned that if you hold it at a 45-degree angle and you light it and let it burn for 30 seconds, and then you carefully blow out the flame, then you get a beautiful smoke and it smells so good. I'll probably actually light this after this episode. But just like reclaiming your space, especially if, say, you were seeing someone and you used to hang out in your apartment a lot, or maybe you and your friend that you no longer talk to used to hang out in your apartment a lot. I always do think cleansing the energy. I may sound a little witchy or woo woo, whatever it is, but I do find it helps me feel mentally better. So take it with what you will. Summer can also feel really chaotic. It's busy. It feels like it's passing by so fast. Like, I can't believe we're already at the end of June. I swear June just started. Like, what the fuck? But creating tiny little rituals can really help ground yourself and create some sort of routine. And to me, routine is my safe slate. Oh my God. For me, routine is my safe place. It's my security. So I love things like a Sunday self check in, reorganizing your space, or creating new routines, like discovering what your morning routine looks like in the summer, or maybe you have a different evening routine because the sun sets later, or whatever it is. Or maybe it's resetting your yes and no boundaries with people and plans. I think the biggest thing for me in the past 2 seasons, in winter and in spring, has been learning how to say no without this need to justify or explain myself. I feel like I view people who are able to just say no without justifying or explaining or feeling this need to prove their choice or the reasoning why as more confident and self assured people. And when I felt myself always trying to justify my response and whether I said yes or no, I was like, why do I feel the need to do this? Like, what am I trying to prove here? Who am I trying to validate here? And honestly, learning how to just say no, that I'm not interested in something, obviously do so nicely and respectfully, but you don't have to explain. You don't have to give reason. They don't need to know. That is not their business. That is for you to know and them for them to deal with on their own if they really care. Most people actually don't care. They don't need the answer. So stop explaining yourself. You can just say no. Thank you for offering, but I'm going to kindly decline. Peace out, homie. Okay. And when it comes to that, protecting your peace and curating your energy circle. Distance yourself from those who don't align with you, or you don't feel good when you're with them or when leaving that interaction. If you feel continuously drained, shitty, down with yourself when you're with someone or after leaving someone, distance yourself from them. It doesn't have to be this whole big thing. It's not selfish. I promise it is so freeing. It is easier said than done, especially if you are a people pleaser naturally, like myself tends to be. But having access to you is a privilege. Those who don't respect you or see it that way don't get it. They do not get access to you when it is convenient to them, especially when it comes to dating and boys. I have come to terms that nonchalant men, I thought I wanted this for so long. One of the guys I was seeing before, nonchalant, I thought I wanted that. Absolutely fucking not. Get the fuck away from me. Nonchalant men, nonchalant friends, obviously that's a bit more circumstantial. Nonchalant close friends, no. Nonchalant men have zero place in my life anymore. Nonchalant friends who only come to me when it's convenient but expect the world in return are no longer welcome into knowing my life or me more than at surface level. I won't be rude to them. I don't care, whatever. That's not worth it. I'll be nice to them. I'll be courteous. I'll talk to them. But if you want to be a part of my inner deeper circle, that is not the character trait that you have. And I have really honed in on who I allow in my life and who I don't allow, and who has access to me and who has access to what parts of me. And it took me a really long time to get here because growing up, I always felt the need to people please and to do what was best for other people. And it was almost like I was seeking this validation from them. And this is a little therapy session, I guess, or hyper analyzing me. But I'm telling you, I know I'm not the only one that does this. I know there's plenty of you who listen to this based off of the questions and the messages I get from you guys. Stop people pleasing. Set your boundaries, protect your peace. Keep the people that are meaningful and worthwhile close to you. And anyone who doesn't fit within that, we don't need to be rude to them. You don't need to be harsh to them. You don't need to bully them, whatever. Like, move and act with grace, treat people with kindness, kill them with kindness, if you will, but only the people who are deserving get access to you. On to our hot girls summer toolkit. Activities, solo dates. You guys already know. These are so important for your self-esteem, your self-confidence, especially in building it. Falling in love with yourself and your independence. I love a good solo date, whether I'm going on a little walk, whether I'm going to a cafe to read my book or journal, maybe I'm going for dinner, especially if I'm traveling. I don't really go out to dinner by myself in Toronto, but like in London, in New York, in LA, I've done that. Um, just doing things on your own, going to a workout class on your own, going shopping on your own, whatever it is. Walks, runs, Pilates, trying new workouts, park picnics, farmers markets, outdoor markets. There are so many fun things, especially in Toronto in the summer, like all these different flower markets, St. Lawrence Market, all these different things. So fun. Sunset dinners. I love getting a pizza or whatever it is that we want to eat and like going to a picnic or like I think it's Riverdale Park to watch the sunset or even going by the waterfront and watching it. It's so nice. Late night ice cream runs, love them. In the winter, cottage weekends up north if I'm so spoiled to get to go. And barbecue dinners with loved ones. I love doing a good barbecue, a good bonfire. So much fun. Or even like days by the pool or the beach, if you have a beach near you, are always super, super fun. Beauty. SPF, a good mineral SPF for your face, a good SPF for your body that you love and will wear. I personally really love the Tatcha mineral SPF for my face. It's the silk screen. And then I wear a lot of Hawaiian Tropic, the hydration shimmery line for my body. I typically do like an SPF 30, SPF 45 body oil before going out. The L'Occitane Almond Body Shimmer is so stunning. I love that on my chest, on my arms, on my legs, if I'm wearing like a skirt or shorts. Cream makeup products. I mean, they're my holy grail all year round, but especially in the summer. You guys know I love my Rhode blushes, the Hourglass Skin Tint, Say Glowy Super Gel, Armani Beauty, their highlighter, the Westman Atelier Contour Stick in Biscuit. And speaking of makeup, also just love a good bronzy makeup, no makeup look. The Hourglass Ambient Bronzer, Rhode Sleepy Girl, or Toasted Teddy, the Armani Beauty highlighter in the gold color, and the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette for the eyes, the eyeshadow palette. For hair, love the Orbe texture spray, the anti-humidity spray, especially in Toronto. It gets so humid here. And the ultra fine hairspray. So good. The texture spray is really good to help hold the curls, any styling that you do. Love my MAC lip liner in Whirl or the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Pillow Talk. And then my favorite perfume, my ride or die, my YSL Libre. It smells so good. And obviously deodorant. Love a good deodorant. Love the Dove I guess it's an antiperspirant. The Dove antiperspirant in vanilla and shea butter, I believe is the scent I love. Only thing it works. Switched to Secret for like a week and I was getting the worst rashes on my underarm, although I really did love the smell of the vanilla one. It was the stick one. I used to always use the gel one and I was fine with that. The stick one was giving me a lot of irritation, but I switched back to Dove and I had no problems. So that's my little rant. No smelling bad this summer ever. I also really love the Loom. They were a sponsor, but I've become obsessed with this. The Loom they're like deodorant wipes. If I feel super sweaty, I'll like wipe down my underarms and anywhere where I felt sweaty with one of those, and then like reapply my Dove antiperspirant. So love that. And then also love my Salt and Stone body washes. The Santal and Vivier scent is really good. And then I forget the other one, but It's kind of a similar scent profile. Fashion. I live in workout sets, shorts, and a little sports bra, or I really been loving the Wondermost tanks from Lulu. So the line 4-inch shorts and the Flow Y bras or Wonder Train bras from Lulu. I love a good jort. I know these are controversial. My friend Jordan hates them, but they are so comfy. I love a long short, like a long jean short. Younger me would have thought, like, what the fuck, Lana? You are such a loser. And you may be thinking that, but I just love that I feel comfy. I feel confident. I may look like a 11-year-old skater boy. I don't give a fuck. It's nice not having to worry about my ass falling out of my jean shorts because those little mini Abercrombie shorts we used to wear, I hated having to pull down my shorts every 2 seconds or my mom being like, "Alana, your cheeks are hanging out." Like, fuck off, please. No, thank you. But with the jorts, I feel cool. I feel like a cool girl. I feel like I can dress them up, dress them down. I don't have to worry about my ass popping out. And honestly, I feel like it keeps the creeps away when I'm walking on the streets because if you know, you know. Like, I'm tired of men that I'm not interested in hitting on me. Okay? Controversial to this. I love a good mini dress and I love a good mini skirt. Although the mini skirts are kind of hard because I find they sometimes ride up and then you do get a little cheek and I hate that. And that's just not classy and we're not trying to be that but I do love my good mini dresses and mini skirts for dinners and going out and all that fun stuff. I love a good strapless top. I was gonna say, I don't know why I wanted to say Laurier. That's literally my old university. But Aritzia has really cute strapless tops right now. A lot of different bandeau tops, really, really cute. Tikis. I love their flip flops. They're kind of like an elevated flip flop. They're leather. I love them so much. Love my Birkenstocks. I love my Birkenstock Bostons. I don't care if you hate them. Mixed with the jorts, I could be giving lesbian, but I don't care. I don't care. I could be going for I look like a boy. I love dressing like a boy. This is nothing new. I also love dressing like a girl, hence the mini dresses and mini skirts. But we love a good jort and Birkenstock moment. Crew socks and sneakers, crew socks and Birkenstocks. I love the good New Balance 550, Reebok Vintage Club C, or any sort of dad sneakers. Really big into the Asics lately, or my New Balance 1906Rs. Drinks. I'm back on my Starbucks grind. I've been getting Starbucks before my 6 a.m. class at Carrie's on a Monday. I get the shaken espresso with 1 pump of vanilla and the brown sugar cold foam from Starbucks. And I can't take credit for this. This is Danielle Michael Love, Yes Coffee No Decafs order, and it's to die for. I will recommend you try it. Also love my tried and true iced vanilla lattes. When it comes to alcohol, my drinks don't really change at all year round. I get more into a spritz mood in the summer, though. I love a good Hugo Spritz as of last summer. Aperol Spritz, so good. Love a good espresso martini. Love a tequila soda with lime. Any kind of spritz. And most importantly, staying hydrated. So water, electrolytes, always a good idea. Love Liquid IV. Love Element. Emergency solo date ideas when you need to recharge. And sometimes this happens when I'm a little anxious, I'm a little in my head, I start to spiral a little bit. And so these are things that I do. Well, this is what I do to kind of feel a bit better. So, first off, is look good, feel good. If I am dressed schleppy, I go shower, I do my hair, my makeup, I put on a cute outfit. I then will take myself, my journal, my pen, get a coffee, and go sit in a park. I'll go journal. I try not to listen to music. I rather just like be surrounded by humans and journal and kind of just reflect and let myself mind dump on paper. Or I'll go on a little walk and buy myself some pretty flowers, come home and make my little floral arrangement. And lastly, here are some affirmations for your hot girl summer toolkit. What's meant for me won't pass by me. I don't chase, I attract. I don't need to shrink to be loved. I expand and attract the right people. I give my permission to take up space and be seen and be heard. I radiate confidence and people feel my energy before I say a word. I'm not for everyone, and that is my superpower. I protect my peace and choose softness over survival mode. With that said, ladies, see this as a mid season vibe check, not a to do list. I have a big sis challenge for you guys to do this week. I want you to journal one thing you're letting go of and one thing you're calling in. And I would love if you could share that with me either through Instagram DMs on Morning Ray or on Allana Blumberg, or you can leave a comment saying this on Spotify if you're listening on there. But remember that hot girl summer is a mindset. It's not a schedule. It is whatever you want it to be. It's however you want to feel, whatever empowers you to be the hottest, healthiest, biggest, baddest bitch of your life or badass bitch, whatever it is. But if you like this episode, make sure to share it with a friend who you think would enjoy it too. I would also love if you could leave a rating or review on Apple Podcasts, as that is how you can help support the pod, or on Spotify. And I always love when you guys share that you're listening to the pod on social. So feel free to screenshot, to share that you're listening, and tag at Morning Ray Podcast or at Allana Bloomberg. I do sometimes forget to go on the Morning Ray Podcast Instagram. I'm trying to get better, okay? But thank you so much for listening. I love having you here, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.